Big man. You seen the thread this morning?
It's done the rounds in a few group chats, I'll be honest.
Don't really know what to say now. We're done.
I've woken up this morning to the most crazy Twitter conspiracy theory I've ever seen. One, because it's completely inaccurate, and two, because it's about us, the GOAT agency. And someone on Twitter, a Man City fan, is accusing us of basically running the Premier League and the bias towards Liverpool especially, and against Manchester City.
It name-checked Harry, Aaron, myself and GOAT, and claimed that GOAT were colluding with the PFA to give some bias towards Liverpool Football Club.
This is what happens when football fans don't have anything to talk about, is they make stuff up.
He has some facts right. He says that we use social influencers on social media in order to influence conversations online, which we do, but he's made it all out to be against his club. The premise is that he calls out individuals and creates unbelievable tenuous links between the people that work at GOAT, what we've done in our past, where we've worked, who our clients are, and builds that towards a terrible conspiracy. Right, so but I do have an idea. I'm thinking about peddling this conspiracy even further today. Let's get this retweeted by some of the biggest football accounts we use on Twitter, and let's make football Twitter really start to buy into this full conspiracy. Right, so I've set the big man to work. He's going to start blowing up that thread, because once Martian Mole thinks that this is getting some traction, he'll start coming out the woodwork again with some other facts. I imagine he'll go digging again.
Football fans are very dedicated to their clubs, and every summer there is a guy that will be on social that's tracking the planes for the incoming signings. I know as a Newcastle fan right now, lots of people have been tracking people flying in and out of the country from Saudi Arabia or from different places around the world that maybe people associated to the takeover are from. So it's not uncommon for people to do this kind of digging and trying to prove their theories right. You can always find some form of information to fit your narrative if you look hard enough.
Sports on a bit of a lull. And obviously this is just a summary of what quarantine does to football fans when there's nothing on the sport channels. What do you reckon the best next step is?
I actually, and I said this to you a minute ago, but I'm starting a podcast next week. I am putting out an open invitation for the main mole to come onto the podcast for an hour. Come and talk to me, and I will reveal all. The invite is there. See you next week on Zoom.
I perpetuated his feeling that I'm involved in this by liking 2 of the tweets in his 17 tweet thread, and I've also followed him on Twitter. He's already replied saying that I obviously want to chat and want to reveal more. It's all going to start unfolding in the next couple of hours. We're going to bide our time, we're going to see what happens. I think there's going to be some gold that we haven't really seen yet.
We've set our man a little challenge. Now it's funny because we actually have in the past helped the player win an individual award.
So the whole point of this argument that he's got is that Bernardo Silva, a Man City player, hasn't won an award.
Well, it's not. Yeah, well, it's more that Bernardo Silva spoke out about a conspiracy that players from Man City like De Bruyne, Aguero, don't win individual awards because there's a bias that's spread around Liverpool. It's actually quite funny because we have actually once in our history helped a player win an individual award. It's going to make his argument look very stupid.
So I've had a discussion with our good friend Martian Mole on DMs. I've told him the truth. We're not behind any of that. We've worked with those clubs, we've worked with those clients on all sorts of different things, but nothing to conspire against Manchester City. What a bizarre day. It kind of goes to show what lengths people are going to in order to clutch onto different things and stories around football and sport when there is none. I'm also very thankful to him because he was very kind about us and said we handled it in a great way and really appreciated the honesty, appreciated the fact that we were very nice to him. We did try and shut him down. And actually we got him a bit more publicity because we got lots of people to talk about it online as well, which he really appreciated. What a fun thing to do on a Thursday afternoon. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next week.
Enjoying the thread, so I'm going to just...
You're going to try and perpetuate it a bit more, are you?
No, that's not what I do. I'm going to like one of the tweets.
Yeah, to be fair to Martian Mole...
I'll retweet it, to be honest.
Yeah, retweet it. It's not making a documentary, isn't it? It's like Netflix. Maybe we sell it to Netflix.
Transfer King.